Hey everyone, welcome back to Simple Money Method. So picture this. You've got money sitting in your bank account right now, and you know what it's doing? Absolutely nothing, just sitting there, sleeping, getting lazier by the day. Most people think a fat bank account means they're winning at money. But here's the truth. If you've got too much cash just sitting there, you're actually losing money every single day. Millions of people are making this exact mistake right now, and it's quietly draining their wealth. So today we're going to break down why keeping too much in the bank is dangerous, and more importantly, what you should do instead. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Lazy Money Problem. Alright, imagine you just crushed a brutal work week. Overtime, difficult projects, sacrificed your weekend. You hustled hard and earned $5,000. You put it in your checking account feeling accomplished. Good job, right? Now fast forward 1 year, you check that account and it's still $5,000. Your money has been sitting on the couch eating chips this whole time while you were out there grinding every day. But here's where it gets worse. That $5,000 isn't even worth $5,000 anymore. Inflation ate away at it. Your groceries cost more, gas costs more, everything costs more. So your money didn't stay the same, it actually went backwards. Let me put real numbers on this. The average inflation rate over the past few years has been around 3 to 4%. So with 3% inflation, your $5,000 in buying power is really only worth about $4,850 after 1 year. After 5 years, it's worth roughly $4,300 in today's dollars. You literally lost $700 in purchasing power by doing nothing. Meanwhile, your rent went up. Your grocery bill increased. Gas prices fluctuated but trended higher. That coffee you bought for $4 2 years ago, now it's $4.50. Your money is working against you. Now let's flip the script. What if your money could work for you? What if it could multiply while you sleep, while you work, while you're doing literally anything else? That's what investing is. Let me show you the difference with real numbers, year by year. Take that same $5,000. On one hand, it sits in your bank doing nothing. On the other hand, you invest it at 8% annual returns, which is roughly the historical average of the S&P 500. Year 1. Bank account stays at $5,000. Your investment? Now $5,400. You earned $400 while sleeping. Year 2. Bank account? Still $5,000. Investment grows to $5,832. That's $832 you never worked for. Year 3. Bank money hasn't budged, but your investment hits $6,299. You're approaching $1,300 in gains. Year 5. Your lazy cash is still sitting at $5,000, but actually worth less due to inflation. Your investment? Now $7,347. That's nearly $2,350 in earnings. Let's jump to year 10. Your lazy bank money? Still $5,000. Maybe worth about $3,700 in actual buying power after inflation. Your invested money? Over $10,800. That's more than double. An extra $5,800 that didn't require a single extra hour of your time. No overtime, no side hustle. Just your money doing what it's supposed to do. And here's the kicker. That gap keeps growing. By year 20, your bank money is still $5,000, but worth maybe $2,750 in buying power. Your investment? Over $23,000 by year 30? Your investment could be worth over $50,000. This is why keeping everything in your checking account is such a huge mistake. You're literally leaving thousands on the table. Real quick, if you're realizing right now that your money has been sleeping on the job, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It tells YouTube this content is helpful, and it ensures you don't miss the next step in the Simple Money Method. Done? Awesome. Let's get back to it. Chapter 2. The Emergency Fund Reality. Okay, I already know what you're thinking. But what about emergencies? Yes, emergency funds are crucial. But here's the problem. Most people keep way more than they actually need. I'm talking $40,000, $50,000, even $70,000 sitting there, just in case. Let's figure out what you actually need. An emergency fund isn't for any random thing that might come up. It's for worst case scenarios. If you lost your job tomorrow, could you still survive? That's what we're protecting against. Here's the formula. Add up your essential monthly expenses. And I mean essential: rent, groceries, utilities, minimum debt payments. Not Netflix, not eating out, not new shoes, just survival costs. Got that number? Multiply by 3. That's your basic emergency fund. Want more security? Multiply by 6. Self-employed? Go with 9 months. That's it. Everything else? That's just fear money shrinking in value every day. So yes, build your emergency fund. Put it in a high-yield savings account paying around 4 to 5%. Make sure you can access it easily, but once you hit that number, everything else needs a better job. Chapter 3. The Spending Trap. Here's something sneaky that happens. When you see a big fat number in your checking account, your brain plays tricks on you. You check your account. See $12,000. Your brain goes, wow, I'm doing great. I can totally afford some stuff. So you grab those concert tickets. Treat yourself to a nice dinner. Order those shoes you've been eyeing, because hey, you've still got plenty in the bank, right? But wait, that $12,000 wasn't actually spending money. Most of it was your emergency fund. Some was for your house down payment. The rest was for bills. But because it was all lumped together in one place, your brain saw one big number and thought, spending money. This literally happened to me. I switched banks recently and didn't set up my automations right away. Everything started piling up in one account, and suddenly I was spending more. Fancy coffee, takeout instead of cooking, random stuff online. Because every time I checked, I'd see this cushion and think, I'm fine. Spoiler, I wasn't fine. My spending had crept up without me noticing, so I fixed it. The second my paycheck hits, money automatically splits up. And let me break down exactly how this works, because automation is genuinely a game changer. First, I set up automatic transfers for the same day my income deposits. Not the next day, not when I remember. The same day. This way I never see that full amount sitting there tempting me. Here's my split. 20% goes straight to my investment accounts, my IRA and brokerage account. This happens before I can even think about it. Then 10% goes to my high-yield savings for goals like vacations or bigger purchases. Another chunk goes to a separate checking account just for bills. Rent, utilities, insurance, all the fixed costs. What's left? That's my spending money for groceries, gas, entertainment, whatever. The beauty of this system is that each pool of money has one job. My investment money's job is to grow. My bill money's job is to cover essentials. My spending money's job is guilt-free fun. The key? Make your money invisible before you can spend it. Set it up once and it runs on autopilot. If it automatically moves into investments before you even see it, you won't spend it. Out of sight, out of mind. And honestly, after the first month, you won't even miss it. Your brain adjusts to the lower visible balance, and you spend based on what you see, not what you used to have. Chapter 4. Insurance limits and the 5-year rule. All right, quick but important point. The government only protects up to $250,000 per person, per bank. Got more than that in one bank? Anything above that limit is at risk if something happens. Now, most of you watching are probably thinking, yeah, I'm nowhere close to that. And that's fine. But here's my real question. If you do have tons of cash sitting around, why? The only good reason to keep large amounts in cash is if you need it within 5 years. House down payment, wedding, car purchase. Why 5 years? Because the stock market is crazy in the short term. Your investment might be worth $50,000 today, then $43,000 next month. If you need that money soon, you might be forced to sell at a loss. But over 5+ years, those short-term swings smooth out. You benefit from long-term growth instead of watching inflation eat your cash. So the rule is simple. Need it within 5 years? High-yield savings. Won't need it for 5+ years? Invest it. And if you've got large amounts for short-term goals, spread them across different banks to stay within insurance limits. Chapter 5. Security Concerns. Last point, and this one's important. The more cash you have sitting in easily accessible accounts, the more vulnerable you become. Scams these days aren't just Nigerian prince emails anymore. They're scary good. Voice cloning, fake video calls, bank impersonation that looks absolutely real. This stuff is sophisticated, and smart people fall for it every day. Wealthy entrepreneurs, educated professionals, tech-savvy millennials, nobody's immune. The more you have sitting there easily accessible, the bigger the target you are. But here's the thing, once your money is invested, it's not sitting there where you can instantly transfer it. There are barriers, extra steps, verification processes. And those barriers, they actually protect you from scammers and from your own impulse decisions. Conclusion and action steps. All right, so what should you actually do? Don't panic. You don't need to move everything tomorrow, but you do need a plan. Step 1. Calculate your emergency fund number. Use that formula we talked about. Monthly essential expenses times 3, 6, or 9. Then move it to a high-yield savings account paying 4 to 5%. Lock it away mentally. You don't touch it. You don't look at it unless there's a real emergency. Step 2. Map out your short-term goals. Anything you need money for in the next 5 years? Keep it in high-yield savings or CDS where it's safe and earning something. Step 3. Invest everythk else. For long-term wealth building, get it invested in diversified index funds. Use tax-advantaged accounts like your 401k or IRA. If your employer offers a 401k match, start there. That's literally free money. Look into low-cost index funds that track the overall market. You don't need to pick individual stocks or time the market, just consistent, boring investing in diversified funds. Set up automatic contributions so it happens without you thinking about it. Even if you start with just $100 or $200 a month, that's infinitely better than zero. Your money should work as hard as you do. Don't let it be lazy while you're out there grinding. If this helped you see money differently, hit that like button and subscribe to Simple Money Method. We break down personal finance without the overwhelm, making it simple and actually doable. Drop a comment. How much do you have sitting and checking right now? No judgment. Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.